He rides a mechanical bull instead of a horse. He punches a time clock instead of cattle. But inside, he's a cowboy, and he proves it every night in the biggest honky-tonk in the country.
You a real cowboy?
The devil's in the house of the rising sun.
Well, it depends on what you think a real cowboy is.
John Travolta, Urban Cowboy, rated PG.
Starts Wednesday at the Empire Theater in Grand Forks.
Here it is, the Bakotunes podcast with Matt Munoz. Audio brought to you by Chain Cone Clark.
Hello?
Hello, Carrie. How are you?
I'm good. I was just listening to myself on the hold music.
Oh.
It's like, and this is awkward.
Well, thank you so much. I know you probably got a gazillion interviews to do, so I'll make this short and sweet for you. How's the tour going so far?
So far, really, really great. We're still kind of in the beginning stages, even though it kind of feels like we've been out for a long time because we had, basically a month of rehearsals before we actually got out on the road. So we were seasoned pros by the time we got to our first show. But it's really been great, and crowd reaction has been really wonderful.
I've followed your career, since the American Idol days. You've done a lot of stuff. What a career so far. When you look back at it and what you've just done so far, is it everything you thought it would be?
I don't really think anybody could have ever told me anything that would really prepare me for what I do now. When you're growing up and you think about being, famous and, I want to sing, and, it just seems so, easy and glamorous. You think, those musicians, they sleep all day, and other people do everything for them, and they just get up and they sing at night, and do it all again the next day. But there's so much work that goes into it, and there's so many people involved, and I don't think I never knew that side of it, how many people and how much it took to make one person's career go round.
Now, how are you able to balance, I'm sure you figured out the formula now maybe, or maybe it's always developing, but, how are you able to balance your commitment to not only your art, but to your philanthropy, your commitments, and now being a wife?
Yeah. The philanthropy thing and all of that, I have really amazing opportunities. Like the whole, we're giving $1 per ticket sold to the Red Cross. And that's something that's easy. You can tie it into, being on tour. Just because I'm on tour doesn't mean we can stop working and stop doing good things in the world. We can kind of figure out new ways to incorporate all of it together and make it all make sense. The whole wife thing can be difficult at times. The phone kind of becomes your best friend. And I know both me and my husband really need to get better at talking on the phone because we're just not, we're not chatty people. So neither one of us. So that kind of gets difficult at times. But we see each other when we can, and know that at some point I will be off the road, and then I can drive him crazy again.
Right. Now, you come to Bakersfield fairly regularly, at least, when you have a new tour or a new project coming out. Do you have any sort of family connection to Bakersfield, or do you just like us?
Well, I really do the tour routing. Someone else kind of does all that stuff. Yeah. But my mom was actually born in Bakersfield. So I don't know if she remembers too much about living there, but there's a little bit of a family connection in that way. Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, because, somebody had mentioned to that, you know what, I think she has family here, and then, so, okay. So you, I could, I don't know.
Well, that's awesome. Now, did you, speaking of Bakersfield, did you grow up listening to Buck and Merle at home, or your mom listening to the classic sounds?
Well, growing up in, Oklahoma, and we had, so much country music on the radio, people like, Buck, it was just part of what was on the radio, part of country music. And I don't think I knew at the time, what Bakersfield's sound was. I just knew the artist and knew that they were a part of my life already.
You appeared in the movie Soul Surfer. Do you like acting? What was that experience like for you?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, music is my number one, so I don't think I could ever just say, I don't want to sing anymore, I'm going to go be an actress. If another movie came out, you know, an opportunity that was like that one, and it fit within my already busy schedule, I would completely, totally be up for it.
Now, do you go back? I mean, because you're really young and you're doing a lot of like these really big productions for shows, you know, concerts and stuff. Now, do you ever go back and watch like old concert footage of like, you know, Loretta Lynn, Reba McEntire for inspiration, or is that going back too far for you?
Well, I mean, I definitely don't want to ever. It's like when I sing a song, I don't listen to the demo too much because I don't want to pick up on stuff that other people, that the demo singer is doing. I want to find my own way in it. You know, obviously I'm definitely exposed to a lot of footage and like award show performances and things like that. I've done a lot of research for the CMAs and watched previous CMAs and got to see all that. But I don't ever want to be accused of copying anybody's anything. You know what I mean? So it's more about when I think of trying to put together a tour or put together an album or whatever it is, I try to keep it as original as possible and not do too much homework on what other people have already done.
You're one of the artists at like the top of the current pantheon of country stars, you know. Because of that, because of your popularity, are you able to have friendships with your other musical peers, singers like, you know, Miranda Lambert and, you know, Kelly Pickler and a lot of the other, you know, quote, quote, country divas?
Definitely. I have Miranda's number, and we'll text each other from time to time, and we always talk about how we really need to get together, but of course we're never in the same place at the same time, so that rarely happens. But it's really nice to be able to have a lot of other females in the genre that, you know, are genuinely nice and normal, and, you know, you can have a conversation with them and get to be happy for them when good things happen, even though we're, you know, there's not too many females, and it always seems like we are put in competition of each other. I don't think by ourselves, but by friends and by other people or whatever. But, you know, those two people that you mentioned, you know, Kelly and Miranda, are actually really, really sweet, and I'm lucky to be able to work around them and with them.
Excellent. Now, when it comes to your music, you know, picking the material and the way you're being portrayed, like in videos and stuff, are you really sensitive about not allowing yourself to cross over too much? Say, like, you know, like Taylor Swift, who, you know, you hear on pop radio and you hear on country radio, you know, you really, really worried about crossing over a little bit too much into the pop world?
Well, I personally don't do remixes. It's just not. I want to make country music that everybody can like. You know what I mean? And that anybody, no matter what genre of music you listen to, you can find a song or find a story or something like that you can really get into. I've been asked many times to make alternate versions of songs, but I don't know. I just feel I would feel personally like I was lying if I did that. You know, I know how I grew up and the kind of music that I love and the kind of music that I'm comfortable singing. And if a pop radio station wants to play the song as is, then that's absolutely amazing. But if not, you know, I don't really want to do that to myself or my songs.
Now, where do you see the future of country music heading? You know, it seems like it's splintering on into a lot of different things. You know, you got the outlaw country scene that's kind of bubbling up, and then you've got the purist, you've got the more pop-oriented country. You know, how do you kind of keep tabs on everything that's going on, and where do you see it heading?
Well, I think we'll just see more of the diversity. You know, when I turn on the radio, I don't want to listen to the same song over and over again. I want to know a certain person's sound, and when I hear a song start, I'm like, that's just so and so. You know, I think it's really great that we do have that diversity in country music right now. Because, like I said, I do think there is something for everyone. and people can be introduced to the classics by listening to, the more contemporary artists, and vice versa. And, I think it's an exciting time.
Excellent. Now, you go back to season 4 American Idol, the shows, there's so many shows now. One of the Voice, do you ever check out those shows like The Voice and see what's going on in that whole world?
I really don't get to watch TV too much in general, but I'm all for a show or an opportunity that gives someone a chance that might be like me and love to sing but not really know what to do with it. So I'm all about giving people opportunities.
Yeah, one of the latest persons that's on The Voice, he made it to Blake Shelton's team. His name is Rudy Paris. He's from right here in the Central Valley, and I was speaking to him, and he was like really excited. He couldn't believe he'd gone this far. It's definitely a dream for him. But the first thing that he says that bothered him was that when I went back, I was so excited, and I thought, like the whole world was going to share in that excitement. He goes to YouTube and he sees his videos on there, and he sees how mean people can be in the comments. He's just like,
don't ever read comments.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? Do you just have somebody else do it or you just avoid it altogether?
Well, when I was on Idol, we were constantly told, like, don't go to the message boards ever. Just don't. Just do yourself a favor and stay away from them, because the people that are the loudest are the people that are the most negative in general. They're the ones that it's easy to hide behind your computer screen. No one knows who you are. You have that anonymity, and you can say whatever you want, and you can be mean for the sake of being mean. I will not Google myself. For the most part, I'd say 99.9% of, the comments and stuff I read on like Twitter and things like that are really positive. I don't know why you'd follow somebody and then say mean things to them. Yeah. But occasionally there's one of those.
Right on.
Avoid it as much as possible. Mm-hmm. Avoid it as much as possible, but don't go looking for it.
Yeah. Now, do you have a dream project that you'd like to work on? I mean, because like I said, you've already done a lot so far, and you've already tapped into movies a little bit. But do you have a dream project that you'd eventually like to get to, like a particular type of album, maybe a certain movie, or even a book? Books.
I have something that I'm hoping is in the works right now that, of course, I can't really talk about, because if it didn't happen, then I'd feel silly talking about it. But just kind of something really different for me that does involve a little more acting, that I'm hoping comes together. Yes. I know I'm being so vague. This is not helping you at all. There's a project on the horizon that I'm really excited about if everybody can make it all work, and I think it can be a really, really great milestone for me.
Excellent. And my last question, what kind of show can Bakersfield look forward to?
It's amazing, because we get up there and play almost 2 hours, and to me it flies by, because there's just so much going on, and we worked really hard at just making this show something that was just visually, it would just tell a story, and it all makes sense together from start to finish, and you can follow it and love it, and hear your favorite songs and be introduced to a couple new ones. And I'm just really proud of what we've done with this show. So I just want people to come take it all in.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Carrie. I really appreciate you taking the time. And, have a great weekend.
You too.
And we'll see you here in Bakersfield. Take care.
All right. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Gonna give you the world, but he's gonna leave you crying with your heart in the no good for you. You better get to getting on your goodbye shoes.
The Bakotunes podcast with Matt Munoz. New episodes every week. And for the latest, be sure to follow us at Bakotunes on Instagram. That's BAKOTUNES. And be sure to like us, rate us, comment at us, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next time.